I live in Asheville, North Carolina area where Hurricane Helene came through. The news reports focused on the devastation, the loss of lives, destruction of buildings, roads, and entire cities. While all that happened, the tears in my eyes come not from the destruction, but from the countless miracles I witnessed, miracles I attribute to the great compassionate light, Amma Bhagavan. Their grace saved me and all the local Diksha Yagna members and Asheville from even greater destruction. Let me share just one small miracle. I live in bear country, and there's a very large male bear that often comes into our yard to cross over the road from the hills to the river. My neighbors and I had noticed that we hadn't seen him for quite a while and assumed he had moved on. But exactly 1 week before the storm hit, the bear suddenly returned. Every single night he came into our yard making a lot of noise. Then the storm arrived. 3 days of constant rain and dangerously high winds. My home is at the lowest point in the area with hills and streets that drain into a ditch at the back of my property. The rain turned those streets into rivers, with water spouts shooting up from the sheer volume and the force of the water. Our normally calm, 3-foot wide ditch became a raging river cresting within 15 feet of our building. As the storm passed, it took days for the county and building inspectors to come out because the streets were impassable, blocked by downed trees and power lines. When they finally arrived, they told us they had inspected our culvert 6 months earlier and had placed it on the list to be cleared out as it was clogged with debris. Unfortunately, they hadn't gotten to it yet. But during their inspection after the storm, they found the culvert completely clear. They said it could only have been done by a large animal, most likely a bear. The water alone could not have been able to push all the debris through. If that bear hadn't come and cleared the culvert, our building and cars would have been flooded. I'm sharing this story because it's just one of many examples of how I feel held and protected by the great compassionate light Amma Bhagavan. I feel like their precious baby, safe in their arms as they watch over me, and even more, nature itself to ensure my safety. Others may see only tragedy and destruction in the aftermath of the storm, but when I look around, I see grace everywhere. I know in my heart that my safety and the safety of this area is due to the active prayers and devotion of our local Diksha Yagna group and the grace of the great compassionate light Amma Bhagavan. I truly can't imagine going through the future without them.